Newman City Council regular meeting for April 23rd. Please stand for the pledge. Ready to begin?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Hutchins, please.
Father, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for this opportunity we have to work with the city business. We thank you for the presentation that's going to be made tonight. We just especially pray for the people in Boston and in West Texas for the tragedies that have occurred there. And we just ask you to be with us again. And I just pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Davis. Present. Hutchins.
Present.
Candia.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Martina.
Present.
Mayor Caden.
Present. Well, there's nothing to report out of our closed session this evening, so I'll go to item 5, declaration of conflicts of interest. Seeing none, go to item 6, ceremonial matters. This is the badge pinning of Officer Ashley Williams. Chief.
Good evening, Mayor. It is my pleasure to introduce Officer Ashley Williams. Most of you know that she's been with us since July of 2011. She started as a reserve officer, worked her way through the Level 2 program. We hired her as a part-time Level 1 reserve officer. She was in that capacity since about September of 2011. And then she started working the streets. You recently saw her start working the downtown area when we were deciding to revitalize that program. And at mid-year, the council approved the budget adjustment and allowed us to hire her on full-time, and we are pleased to have her on. She's an amazing officer, very well downtown with the public, great speaker, which she's going to show off her skills here in a minute, I'm sure. And she recently was sent to school to be our press information officer, so you'll see her start doing some columns. She's been on TV one time already, one or twice?
For the news once.
Just once. So we'll do her swearing in, and then Mom's going to come up and pin her badge on for her. So step on up so you get in the camera. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear
I, Ashley Williams, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge that duty
and that I will well and faithfully discharge that duty
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mom, Renee Silva's going to come up and pin the badge. Congratulations, Mom.
Well, I didn't have a speech ready, but I think I could freestyle it. There's nothing that I could really say to begin to thank you all enough. To the City Council for approving the position, Chief Richardson and Lieutenant Short for hiring me, all the officers, Corporal Earl, Corporal Goslin, Corporal Borden, who's not here anymore. Just thank you all for teaching me, and for all the officers that I work with, and the ladies in the office, Linda, Elaine, Officer Jackson, for all that they do. I'm in a great place. I'm very, very thankful to be here and surrounded by the people that I'm surrounded by. They all want to teach me and help me to improve and get better every single day, which is great for a rookie. So they're going to help me out a lot, and I'm very, very happy to be here. So thank you all again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the standard method of operation is we take a quick break because Elaine has done some stuff back there on the table, so it needs some attention. So why don't we take about 5 or 10 minutes? Eat cake and drink and all that. Just keep it down to like a loud roar. You don't have to leave, you can stay. The show's going to begin.
With such interesting repertoire.
Okay, we'll go to item 7. Is the item from the public, non-agenda item, and a member of the public wish to address the council. Now be time to do it.
We lost
As we're
everybody,
empty
Ed.
now.
There we go. Find out.
Okay. Seeing none, we'll go to item 8, consent calendar. Waive all readings of ordinances and resolutions except by title. Approval of the warrants. Approval of the minutes of the April 9, 2013 regular meeting and the April 16, 2013 special meeting.
Move we approve the consent calendar as read.
I second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 9 is public hearings. Adopt resolution number 2013. Next, a number of resolutions declaring the existence of a public nuisance under ordinance 95-4. Chief?
Evening, Mayor, council members. Before you tonight is a couple properties for abatement. Abatement notices for properties maintenance was sent out to several properties in accordance with ordinance 95-4, chapter 2, title 8-2-3. The notices informs the property owners of their procedural rights and their rights to a public hearing, which would be tonight. It's anticipated that many of the property owners will show up or take care of the problem prior to this evening. Before you tonight are 2 properties that did not clean up the property as of yesterday afternoon. Those properties are 1923 Patrick Drive and 1555 Sandy Creek. We have some pictures of those 2 properties. That's going to be the Patrick Drive.
Bless you. Bless you.
And this one is the Sandy Creek.
Is that right on the corner?
That one is on the bend.
Interesting enough, at one time, that was probably the neatest yard in that whole neighborhood over there.
It was. It's gone downhill. He's moved away, and
Yeah.
he just doesn't keep up the property.
Yeah.
Staff report is submitted for city council consideration and possible further actions. I'll answer any questions at this time.
Question or comments of the chief? If not, we'll open the public hearing. Any member of the public wish to address the council? Seeing none, close it and bring it back to the council for direction.
I'll make a motion, we adopt resolution number 2013, next number, a resolution declaring the existence of a public nuisance under ordinance number 95-4.
Second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief. Item 10 is regular business. A is adopt resolution number 2013, next to number, a resolution awarding the bid for a 2013 mower to Garden Tractor Incorporated in the amount of $15,307.38. Gardner.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and council members. I just stated the item before you tonight is to consider the award of a bid for 2013 mower to Garden Tractor Incorporated. Public Works Department had budgeted $17,000 in the mid-year budget for 2012-13 for a new tractor for the Parks Division. Currently, the division has 2 72-inch mowers that are getting up in age. They're starting to experience quite a bit of maintenance and repair costs, increasing every year. And the purchase of this new mower will enable the division to have reliable equipment necessary to continue and maintain our parks as we see them now. The proposed new tractor is a 2013 Kubota mower with a 0 turning radius, 72-inch commercial deck, and a 31 horsepower diesel engine. The city advertised for bids for approximately 3 weeks. Received bids were open and read on April 3rd, 2013. A total of 2 bids were received, with the lowest responsible bidder determined to be Garden Tractor Incorporated, with a total bid amount of $15,307.38. The purchase of the mower, as I stated, is in the mid-year budget adjustments, and this is a capital repair replacement fund expenditure and not a general fund expense. Therefore, staff recommends City Council adopt a resolution awarding the purchase of a 2013 mower to Garden Tractor Incorporated for a purchase price of $15,307.38. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Questions or comments of Gardner? Council direction?
I'd make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2013, next to number, awarding the bid for a 2013 mower to Garden Tractor, Inc. in the amount of $15,307.38.
I second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item B is adopt resolution 2013, next to number, authorizing the city manager to execute a contract for inspection services with CSG Consultants Incorporated.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Tonight, we're going to be looking at a contract for inspection services. Now, for over a decade, we've been using a local company called Precision Inspection Company to do all of our building and plan check services. Basically, how that's benefited the city is, even during the during the housing boom, we were not responsible for hiring additional building inspectors, as we contracted that service out, and then that company was then responsible for hiring those building inspectors. In lieu of having that contract with Precision Inspection Company, they received 75% of the building permit cost, and the city received 25% of the cost. The same went for the plan check services. They received 75% of the cost for the plan check services, and the city retained 25% of the cost. In 2012, Precision Inspection Company merged with CSG Consulting Incorporated. It's the same type of business. They do the same work, except they're a little bit larger company now, and they have actually some proprietary software that the city is going to be able to utilize, and we've had some demonstrations with staff, and we're very happy to be able to utilize that software. Also, they provide some additional engineering services and a few other things that may be available to us. But with that, we determined that our existing contract was out of date, so we decided to go ahead and go back to CSG and ask them to do a new contract under the same terms, and they were grateful enough to oblige. So tonight, what we're doing is proposing a 3-year contract, essentially the same contract we've had with Precision Inspection Company, but this time it'll be with CSG. Even though CSG Consulting, Inc. will be the name on the contract, we will continue to utilize the personnel that has been serving our community for over a decade, and that was one of the major reasons why we believe it's appropriate for us to go ahead and continue this relationship. We're very pleased with the building official and the people in the local office that serve our community. We're very happy with the customer service that we get from the company, and by CSG leaving them in place, we think that it's a value to our residents and to our builders as well. So with that, staff would recommend that the council approve a 3-year contract with CSG Consulting, Inc. for building inspection and plan check services. I can answer any questions that you may have.
Questions or comments of Michael?
Just got one question, Michael. I notice it says they have agreed to utilize the same personnel. Is that going to be in the contract?
It is in the contract, and it's now also in the contract that they have to have a local office.
Okay, good.
And when I mean local, in town.
That office is going to stay where it is now?
Yes.
Great. Okay. There's no other questions or comments? Council direction?
I'd recommend, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you, and I'll second it. You go ahead.
The older council member.
Somebody?
Do we approve resolution number 2013, next number, authorizing city manager to execute a contract for inspection services with CSG Consulting, Inc.?
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second? There's a motion, say all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Jeez, thank you. I will skip item 11, go to item 12, items from city manager and staff.
Again, thank you, Mayor and members of the council. The first I'm happy to report, and while she's not here tonight, Ms. Ocasio has returned to the office. She'll be working on a half-time basis for the next several weeks to get acclimated and getting her job done. She'll also be performing some of those duties out of her office, but she plans to attend the next city council meeting and present items that we held over.
You have a little nursery for her to have her child run around in there?
Yeah. Not quite running yet, but he's getting close, right? Tomorrow night, we have a Kowalski Centennial Planning Committee meeting, or our Newman, our Founders Day Planning Committee. It'll be the last one, as we have our event this weekend. We're very excited that the event is coming forward. On Friday night, starting at 4, the booths will open up in the plaza. And then at 5 o'clock, we will have a Dixieland band playing live music reminiscent of the early 1900s. and they'll play till 6. At 6 p.m., we'll have a small program. We'll have a small program, it'll probably be from about 6 to 6:30. And then following the program, we will have the Dixieland Band again play for about another hour, and it'll wrap up Friday evening around 7:30. Again, that'll be Friday evening in the plaza to go along with that. On Saturday, the day starts off with a Love Newman event. The Love Newman event, as you know, is an event that tries to get volunteerism up and going again in our communities here in the valley. Lots of communities have now adopted that slogan and on that day. So there'll be events throughout the day that'll help with the Love Newman. At 11 a.m., things will start kicking off in the park with games and activities. It's really events that are geared towards families. Old-time games, we bought giant checkerboards and chessboards that kids can play. There'll be three-legged races and wheelbarrow races and eating contests, and so we're excited about that. That'll take place on Saturday. On Sunday, we're real excited again. Sunday morning at 7 a.m., you need to be at Dennismore Park because we were able to secure 4 hot air balloons to do a launch. Now, the mayor and the mayor pro tem may remember, but there used to be a large hot air balloon launches in Newman as part of the Fall Festival event, and that has since gone away. But we were happy to secure 4 balloonists that would be willing to come down, probably start setting up around 6:30. If you've never had the opportunity to come out and watch the hot air balloon actually fill up and then launch off, it's a great opportunity to do that, and then that'll be at Densmore Park at 7 a.m. And then things kind of die down for a while, and then Sunday at 11:30, the city and the city council will be charged with feeding our residents that decide to show up, because we're going to have a barbecue reminiscent of the barbecue that was held on April 28th, 1888, when Simon Newman brought land investors on a train from Oakland into our community. So from 11:30 to 1:30, the city council and a few staff will be barbecuing hamburgers and hot dogs and a cookie and chips. And those are free, but your drink will cost you $1. So, but the reason that is because our recreation department is doing a fundraiser to try to get the skate park expanded. So that's an opportunity for them to do so as well. Following the feed, we will have a small program on the gazebo area. We will be having approximately 40 to 50 descendants from Simon Newman that will be coming into the community to help us celebrate. They have 3 speakers lined up, a great, and a great. They got like three generations that are going to speak. In fact, the youngest, which is about 5th or 6th grade, just won an award for doing a recreation of his great ancestor Simon Newman and telling his life story. So he'll be part of the program as well. So we're real excited about it. You know, this has been in the planning for about a year, so we're hoping that we get a good turnout, and it should be a good time for all. It's just a good family event for everybody to come out and say hi to your neighbors and hi to your community members that you may have not seen in a long time. We've also, for Friday evening, we've invited past council members, past city managers, past fire and police chiefs as well. In fact, the second city manager ever, the first city manager was John Bingham, and the second city Ed Wheeler. Well, Lyman Ed Wheeler will be in attendance on Friday night. So, yeah. And today I got a call. Some of you may know him, Robert Bagley. Robert Bagley is a former council member who has since moved to the Stockton area. He's 92 years young. He gave me a call today and thanked me for the invitation. Was sorry he couldn't attend because Newman is still near and dear to his heart, but he went on to tell me that he was on the council at the time when they hired the first city manager, because John Bingham was the first city manager, and so he talked about that process of going through, and in the past, city council, they would each take a piece of the city, a department, like, let's say, Councilmember Candia would be responsible for the Public Works Department, and, Councilmember Hutchins would be responsible for public safety.
They were commissioners in those days.
Yeah, so, but then the manager council form of government came into being, and that's when the council did that,
Ed
so.
Wheeler was the city manager when I came, Newman, 1979.
Which one?
Wheeler.
Wheeler, okay, yeah, so, well, he'll be coming in, so. I think a lot of the people, even though they couldn't attend, we're very grateful that we extended the invitation to him. Mr. Ingstrom, my former police chief, was sorry he couldn't make it, and he would have wanted to make it because he's now a mayor.
Yeah.
So he wanted to talk to our mayor, who he knows quite well, so. Anyways, I think it's gonna be a great event. It'll be an opportunity to see people that you haven't seen in a long time, and it'll bring out a lot of people. And to thank them for helping to shape our community into what it is today, and whether you were a council member today or whether you're a council member 30 years ago, everybody plays a role in helping to shape this community, and so I think it's an opportunity for us to thank them on that, so. And that's all I had, Mayor, unless you had any questions or council members.
Questions or comments from Michael? Thank you, and I'm sure it's going to be a fabulous weekend, and I know a lot of hard work's gone into it, so I thank all the staff and Bob for chairing it, and so if it goes wrong, it's your fault.
If something goes right, it's mine too.
That's right. That's right. Thanks so much for hard work. Okay, staff, Chief, anything else?
Just a couple things. We are now using Nixle, which is a web-based announcement notification, so you can sign up and get notifications when things are going on in town. You don't have to rely on, it goes out to Facebook and Twitter also, but it's a law enforcement hub that we use, Nixle, which we put in. We used it today, or yesterday. We found a conflict with our animal control clinic, which was May 16th, has now been moved to June 8th. So if you were planning on attending, the Festia, Newman Festia was going on that weekend, and we didn't want to try to use Pioneer Park at the same time the Cal Parade was going on. We figured it would be a little bit of a conflict, so we moved ours out till June 8th. So same type of deal, and we'll have another one in, I believe, October.
Great.
Any questions? of
Questions, Chief? Okay, Lou, anything? Garner?
Couple items for council. Update on the Canal School Road. The survey for the speed has been completed. Now they're taking the raw data and analyzing it, and they're also looking at the conditions of the roadway and getting the accident reports together. We hope to have a formal report by the end of next week, so hopefully at the next council meeting I may have some information for you on that. We also have 3 contractors working up estimates for the repair of the block wall as well. So we hope to get those soon, and maybe we can start putting that wall back together. May 16th is the Bike to Work event that's coming up quickly. Public Works staff is quickly working on trying to get it together. We're getting some sponsors together. We're putting flyers that are going to start going up around throughout town. We have a total of, I think, 5 or 6 sponsors in the community right now that are helping getting some things together. For the first 75 participants, we hope to give away free gift bags for those that walk or bike to work that morning of the event. Ours is from 7 to 9:30 a.m. on May 16th. And we hope to see everybody out there. If there's any questions for me, I'll be happy to
Questions
answer.
or Garner? Thank you. Okay, Council, Nick, anything?
Nothing tonight.
Bob?
Yeah, just hope everyone comes out for the big celebration this weekend, I say, it's 125 years, and that's pretty special. And just the thanks to all those people that were involved in bringing this together. These things don't happen easy, and of course, everyone that was there and participated, and it's going to make it possible for, I like to think it's a family weekend, so all the families, I hope they come out and enjoy a big birthday party. Good evening, thank you.
Thank you. Don?
Just one thing, I'll be in Sacramento for Legislative Action Days tomorrow. I'm talking to the legislators. We have several things, including enterprise zones and a few bills that are going to be coming up that will be affecting local controls, so it'll be interesting to find out what's going on up there.
Thank you. Roberta, anything?
I don't have anything tonight.
And I don't have anything, so motion to adjourn?
So moved. Oh, wait a minute, Bob.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor? All right. Opposed? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, boy.